my usual spot of recording over the Thames is blocked off today, so I'm literally on London Bridge today. It's not a bad old view, is it? Aside from the old grey clouds and what have you. Mohammed Kudus I want to quickly talk about. We haven't received a bid, but apparently there's going to be a bid coming in from Al Nassr, the Saudi Arabian club. This is the one with Cristiano Ronaldo, John Duran, you know the club, the big name club over there, who are willing to break the Saudi transfer record to sign him. £85.3 million bid apparently they're tabling for Kudus. This is very good news, I've got to say, if that is the case. This comes from TalkSport, by the way, but we are aware that there is obviously significant interest over there, but this would be very, very good, considering the fact that West Ham need to sell him in terms of getting, or funding, should I say, our summer rebuild. Kudus is seen as the key to that. We've got to get him sold, really. And the fact is that obviously the risk was, are we going to be able to move him on for that sort of fee? I talked about it yesterday in a video. I'm concerned that £85 million is a bit unrealistic now in terms of release clause. So we understand there are release clauses. They come into effect 1st of July to the 10th. It's like a window. £120 million is a release clause, understood, for Saudi clubs. I've got to be honest, I'm kind of just, it's almost as if they're a little bit irrelevant now, these release clauses, because at the end of the day, we're going to sell him. We need to sell him. So it's not as if last summer we were quite anxious, weren't we, about these release clauses and the dates. We're thinking, oh God, if a bid comes in, we don't want to be losing him as our top player, and it can become very concerning. But this summer it's the opposite, isn't it? We want to move him on, so I don't really think it's actually that important. And obviously I think, considering the fact how he's performed this season, I mean, the fact that they're willing to make an offer in the region of around about £85 million, I think it's really good business. Also, it opens the door, doesn't it, in terms of, it opens the sort of bidding war that we can possibly expect to see. Apparently the club are really confident that other Premier League clubs are going to come forward, obviously clubs across Europe as well. So it could well be that we do move Kudus on and we do actually make a real hefty bit of profit on the player. Obviously we only sold, we signed him for around £50 million, wasn't it, from Ajax, so it'd be a huge profit made in the 2 seasons, and for a player I just don't think it's consistent enough. Don't get me wrong, great player on his day, but we've seen this season how inconsistent he can be. So it looks like that we're already starting to get some serious interest in Kudus, and I can only see this as really good news. As I said yesterday, it's sad because I've been so pleased with him when he first signed. His first season he was outstanding, but I think it's clear to see that he's got consistency problems. He's got obviously an attitude issue as well, which I talked about yesterday, which I think is a real big problem. So yeah, I do think that that's one that a player that we need to move on, and we need a rebuild this summer. We know that this ageing team desperately needs a lot of work, so Kudus is going to be key to that. So that's quite big news, I think. And yeah, I'm expecting West Ham to sort of hopefully push him forward. The only issue is, though, it's understood that Kudus isn't that overly keen. Would rather stay, I think, in Europe and possibly even the Premier League. So I'd really rather not that. That's one thing. Or if we're going to sell him to a Premier League club, please don't be a London rival. Bloody hell, we've had enough of that for the last couple of years. Just don't go down that route. Do you know what I mean? Send him up north or something, or send him across Europe. I don't want him going anywhere near London, another club, because it'd just be painful, wouldn't it? Again, so that's one thing I wanted to hope for West Ham to avoid. Couple of bits of news as well floating around. Sean Whetstone reported yesterday that Kyle Walker-Peters is no longer a player of interest apparently for West Ham. I haven't had this confirmed, don't know much about that at the moment, but I find that a little bit strange considering the fact of the long-term interest we've had in him. But apparently, according to Whetstone, Graham Potter's decided against him, doesn't fancy him and wants to look at other options. So look, I mean, at the end of the day, if we're going to stick with Potter, which he's not going anywhere, let's get it right. West Ham could lose the last 5 games of the season, he ain't going anywhere. He's going to be here this summer and he'll be here next season, so he needs backing. And at the end of the day, if he doesn't fancy him, he doesn't fancy him. But yes, that's a bit of an interesting development. Also, Harwood Bellis is still considered a player of serious interest. And I think it could be one that we'll be certainly going for, obviously, now with Southampton down as well. Yes, that's where we are at the moment. So let's wait and see in terms of where we are with Kudus and how things develop there. But yeah, hopefully have some more videos later with some more transfer news. But until then, come on your minds.